Hey YouTubers, welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into a new product that I picked up a month or two ago, and that is going to be the EcoFlow River 2 Pro, which is a newer item for the EcoFlow lineup. They have two different series. They have the River series and then they have the Delta series. The River series being designed a little bit more for mobility and versatility, like going camping, going to the beach, going off-grid, light use type of stuff. And then the Delta series is going to be your bigger, a little bit heavier duty power stations that are going to be able to do a bit more, but are going to come with increased weight and price. So we're going to be going over the River 2 Pro that I picked up for my camping needs. I'll go over the scenarios that I'd use it in, some of the items that I would use for it. We'll go over the specs, features, pricing, and all of that. I really hope you guys enjoy. I will have this link down in the description. They usually have a lot of deals going on, whether you purchase it directly from EcoFlow and get rewards through their program, or if you purchase it on Amazon. Both of them usually have deals going on for good discount. And then like the way I ordered mine, not only was it on discount, but it was also a combo deal with the 160 watt solar panel, and I couldn't pass it up. I was originally looking at the Delta Mini, but when I came across this one, it wasn't that much smaller as far as capacity and power, and the price was just fantastic for both it and the solar panel. But if you do just buy the unit itself, sometimes if you order through the EcoFlow website, you will actually, when you go and register the product, when you receive it, you can get discounts on solar panels and other accessories as well. So just keep that in mind, but let's go ahead and take a look at it, and I really hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, make sure to smash that thumbs up, leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts, or what unit you decided to go with, or if you're considering this one. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's get into this. So here we're going to quickly go over the specs, features, and pricing of this unit, and then I'll get into actually testing it. The primary thing that I will be using this unit for is camping and overlanding, but the specific item that I will be using this for is my powered cooler, which is right down here buried. We are going to run a test with this to make sure that this can run the powered cooler all weekend long without any issues, and we'll see how long it can run it for specifically. Now, I did buy this unit on Amazon as a bundle deal with a solar panel, a 160 watt solar panel. You can run up to a 220 watt solar panel on this. So even if this, for some reason, only lasted a day and I was out for a 3-day trip, well, for one, I could plug this into the inverter in my truck, have it fully charged back up in 70 minutes, which is fantastic. But I have the solar panel. So during the day, I can run the power cooler on this unit while it's charging via solar panel, and it basically wouldn't drain at all during the day until the sun goes down. And then that's when it would primarily use the battery capacity of this unit, and then the next day it would top itself back off again. So here, this is just what came with the solar panels, which is a couple of carabiners to hold the solar panel to the case, or the stand for them, and then you have your transfer cable here for solar power into the back of the unit. And they supply a power cable as well. I want to say this is about 5 or 6 feet long, so you get some decent length there. So when I already told you, when you plug it into an AC outlet, you can charge this thing in as low as 70 minutes. Some people have actually charged it faster than that in roughly 65 minutes, 65 minutes. So it charges really quickly, especially for the size of battery in here, which is very impressive. On solar, with the 220 watt and really good conditions, you can charge this thing in about 4 hours. With 160 watt, you're looking probably closer to 6 or 7 hours. I will test that out and let you guys know in the future. We will do multiple videos on this. This does have a new LiFePO 4 battery, which is supposed to be more environmental friendly, as well as perform extremely well. It has 3,000 life cycles that you can charge. You can charge this thing 3,000 times before the battery capacity drops down to 80%, and then you still have 80% battery capacity for another like 3,000 life cycles, and then I think it goes to 60 or so. So you can get a long time just on the 3,000 cycles. That averages about 10 years, so that's very impressive as well. This unit does have 768 watt hours. I want to say that's roughly 40 amp hours. On the back of this unit, there's actually information here that tells you the power rating of each outlet and basically all the information you would need to know. That in itself is extremely helpful to understand exactly what the capabilities of this unit is. It is an 800 watt inverter with EcoFlow's X Boost. You can get up to 1600 watts. So let's say you're running a coffee maker. Basically anything with a heating element tends to draw higher wattage. So just keep that in mind. Even though this is only 800 watts or an 800 watt inverter, it does have the capability of operating items up to 1600 watts. Now keep in mind, if you're continuously doing that, you should probably just think about getting a bigger unit, because running at that 1600 watts or close to it is going to drain the battery on this pretty quickly. So just keep that in mind. So this River series is still good for home backup on smaller items in case you need to run a CPAP or anything like that. Maybe keep your fridge going for a little while, keep a couple lights on in the house, things like that. Keep your phones charged. This is still great for that. But if you're going to keep multiple larger items running, you should look at the Delta series. But even though I don't plan on ever really using the X Boost up to 1600 watts on this unit, it is still nice knowing that this unit has that capability. This unit is under 18 pounds. It's like 17 and some change. So that is fantastic, because some of these units can be very heavy. That's why I like the River series for my needs. It does have a 30 millisecond emergency switch over. So like if you were using this as a pass-through, so if you plug this into the wall, keeping it charged, and then you plug your CPAP into it, then if the power goes out in the middle of the night, in that time, it will kick over to this power and your CPAP will keep running, or anything that you keep plugged into it. So that is really nice as well, especially for those that really need that CPAP. So to power on, you just have this center button right here, which powers the unit on. Over here on this side, you see a 99, and that is going to be how many hours you have left of this unit before the battery is depleted. This is the battery life here in the center at 100%, and then you have your input and output wattage. If you're charging it, you can see how much power is going into it. You can see the time frame left on how long it's going to take to charge, and then anything outputting, it will show you the wattage, so you can see whether or not you may need the X Boost. And then you'll be able to see how long is left. If I plug an item in, it'll tell me, 5-6 hours left, depending on my battery percentage. So really good information here, very easily displayed and understood. So I do like the screen on this, very easy to see as well during the daytime as well. You have 3 USB type A ports, which are going to be 12 watts each. And then you're going to have a USB type C port that is going to be 100 watts. And you'll find all of that information on the back panel of this unit. Then you have your DC with a nice rubber cap that will keep it sealed. The DC output is going to be 12.6 volts at 10 amps, and then up to 126 watts max. And then you have your, I believe these are DC 5521 ports. I can't remember the specific name, but for my situation, I don't really use anything like that, but these can be used for certain CPAPs and other things. I know I have a couple of shop lights that have some charging ports like this, but overall, anything that I'm using on this unit, I won't be using these ports. And then you have 4 AC outlets, and in order to activate, whether you're using the DC port or the AC, you just simply click the button next to it, and it will turn those sections on, and then anything you plug into it, it will show the draw on it and the time remaining. There you can see just running these, turning these on is going to draw power. It's now sending power to this. Now I'm gonna be running my powered cooler on the DC port because it is a DC powered fridge. There's no sense in taking a DC powered item, running it through the AC inverter to convert it, and using basically extra power. From what I've heard, it's just best to run it on the DC port, it's going to basically allow this unit to run even longer than if I were to run it through the inverter portion of this unit. So just something to keep in mind depending on what you're running on this. And then they also have a EcoFlow app, which is going to allow you to turn specific sections on. You can adjust settings, you can manage and view, your battery percentage, your draw, all of that information, activate the X boost, all of that via Bluetooth. So that is very easy, and something we'll be going over in a separate video where we go more in depth when this thing is actually being put to use. Another great thing about EcoFlow is they do carry a 5-year warranty on their products. That's great because most others, especially like the no-name brand ones that you've never heard of, don't carry a warranty, and some of the other ones carry a 2-year warranty. So EcoFlow definitely provides a warranty above all others in the aspect of power stations. This is $550 on sale, usually $600, or right now I should say it's on sale for $550. I think I picked mine up for $750 for both this and the solar panel, so I saved a couple $100 buying it together as the bundle. Like I said, I think this unit is best for on-the-go, smaller items. If you're constantly running, like a circular saw or something like that on off-grid job site or something like that, you may want to go with something like the Delta series. But if you're just trying to keep laptops, phones, tablets, coolers, diesel heaters, things like that going, these are good options. And home use, you can still run lights, you can still run your fridge for a while, you can still do a lot of things with this even in the home use, but in long-term power outages, you're going to be better off with the Delta series. Another thing that I really like about this is that all of the output ports are on the front, where on the back of the unit, you're going to have your input ports. So you have your AC charging here, and then you have your port here for using your solar panel. You do have vent fans on both sides of the unit and a carrying handle on top towards the back, and then kind of a dished area here on top, so if you want to throw your tablet or your phone up there or your keys and wallet, whatnot. I'm really happy with this unit. Now we're going to go ahead and get the powered cooler plugged into this thing into the DC port and see just how long this can run that cooler. Also keep in mind that I believe when you just tap the button, it puts the unit to sleep. It is still on, so if I click that, it's going to turn the AC outlets on. To actually power it off, you have to press and hold, and that will shut down the unit, and you won't have as much power loss over a period of time. But keep in mind, if this thing's going to be sitting around, you still want to take it out, every couple weeks or a month, and just make sure it's topped off for those emergency needs. This is my new cooler that we're going to be taking with us. I will have a full review on this as well, but right now we're going to be using the EcoFlow to power this cooler and see just how long it will power it for. Keep in mind, like I said earlier, you can run the solar power on this in order to keep it charged and not have to worry about it running out. But I think it's going to be able to run this cooler plenty long for any of the camping trips I take my family with on. So we'll go ahead and get this plugged in and get it going. We do have 100% battery life. And then turn on the DC section. Now the fridge is on. I'm going to set it for 36 degrees. What's really cool is the fridge actually shows the voltage on it as well. Here you can see it is drawing between 25 and 30 watts. I'm sure the compressor is going to kick on and it may get up to 45 watts. And right now it's stating that it can run for 25 hours. Now that is with this thing running, as you can hear, and it's not going to constantly run. This timer is going to adjust depending on how much draw is on the unit. And then there you can see the information on the fridge. So we are starting this Wednesday at 3 o'clock, actually 2:50. So I'll get back with you as soon as I catch it not running. Okay, so now the compressor is on. We're seeing upwards of 40 watts, and you can see the hours adjusting, but then the compressor will kick off and the timer will go back up into the 20s. So we're gonna see just how long this lasts. I will get back with you guys. Here the cooler's at 30 degrees, so when the compressor kicked on and started cooling this thing down, it actually went past the 36 degrees that I set it at, so it completely shut off. When it shuts off, it's no longer drawing any power, so this unit is still fully charged at 99% with 99 hours remaining. So I think this is going to power this cooler for a very long time, because all it's got to do is maintain that temperature. So it won't draw a whole lot of power, but we'll see how long it lasts. So we are just over 29 hours going on right now. We're still at 60% charge. I've just been keeping track, been checking it at random times to see how much the battery has dropped, and then I've been keeping track of how much it's dropped per hour, and then I got an average. I think it was 1.5% per hour, so it should last 2 days, 18 hours and 40 minutes, or 66.66 hours. And we started at Thursday at 2:50 p.m. and my estimate is 9:30 a.m. on Saturday that this thing will finally die. But I have to take my son to bowling, so I won't be here when it dies. I'm guessing, if my estimates are correct. So we will see. And I've been opening this every couple of hours during the daytime, to kind of simulate, you going in to grab something and actually use it, not just keep it at that temperature the entire time, because that wouldn't be really realistic if you're not actually using the fridge. You do have to let some of that cold air out sometimes. So it is officially Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon, and this just shut off, and we are flashing. Oh, I think it just died. Oh, no. 0% battery life, and as you can see, the screen is shutting off immediately. So I just got home, so I would say within the last 30 minutes. So we're gonna put 1 o'clock, and I'll let you guys know what the total time was. So after running this power station starting at Wednesday at 2:50 p.m., it ran the cooler until Saturday at 1 p.m. So we were looking at roughly 70 hours and 10 minutes. So now that we're done with that, which surprised me with the amount of time that it kept the cooler running, we're going to charge it. It states that it can charge 0 to 100% in 70 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged in and start the timer, and we will come back when it is fully charged and see just how long it takes. We're coming up on 1 hour now. You can hear the fans running, and it is at 99%. So it may take, the next 5-10 minutes to get to that last 1%. 1 hour, 3 minutes and 21 seconds. And it has kicked down from about 900 watts to, mid to high 500s. So we're definitely getting close to that last 1% being done. Either way, this is right at or just under what they advertised, the 70-minute recharge time from 0 to 100%. So definitely a fast recharge. I'm extremely happy with it, not only on performance of output, but also the input and recharging this thing. You get a lot of use out of this thing and a really fast recharge. And there it is, just under 1 hour and 5 minutes. Extremely fast charge. All right, YouTubers, so that's it as far as the EcoFlow River 2 Pro, the one that I picked up with the solar panel. Stay tuned for future videos. When I go out camping, we will be using the solar panel just to see how it performs. So I'll make sure to do a video on that if you guys are interested. But I think it performed very well to keep my 12-volt cooler going for just short of 3 days on one charge. And then it was 0 to 100% in under an hour and 5 minutes. So that is fantastic. I couldn't be happier. I could easily get 2 days out of it while still using other items, charging my phone, things like that. So I think it's perfect for my situation. Let me know your guys' thoughts. If there's any information that I forgot to mention, please feel free to drop a comment down in the comments section, and I will have it linked down in the description for you guys. There's also a lot of deals going on with this thing, so if you see it at full price, just give it a little bit of time. Check the EcoFlow website as well as Amazon. There's constantly coupons or combo deals, and I think they're fantastic quality, a good warranty, a good price for a good sized power station. Other than that, If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.